Yeah, it does sound like a beach tune. Orange rocket blast off. Reach the goal in time. Please work A button. Ah, there we are. Okay, so it's this way. I also need to actually land on the platform. There. Oh shit! I'm gonna get hit. Alright, now this one I really like. I could have... Oh god! Okay, not that way. Oh, I can actually travel. Okay. I actually didn't know that. Okay. How do I do this part? I don't get it. Like, where am I supposed to go from here? Oh. Oops. There we go. He is good enough. High Flying Groove. Alright, I can get the keys. I'll fight the boss now. I don't think I grabbed them in the other areas either, did I? Yeah, all I did was grab the one. I gotta get the other two. All you have to do is one challenge to get the key. But you have to physically find the key, too. Oops. There's the other one. And there's the last one. Not all three of them. I actually really like this boss fight. It's a little difficult, actually, but I really like the music in this boss fight. It's way better than it was in the Sonic Unleashed version. It's much more energetic. Plus, the whole fight's just really cool in this. Guess I can't reach it from there.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
Wall jump to get out of the way.
Oh.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace. Not bad.
Oh.
Time for a change of pace.
Now you just need to break its fun. You're almost there.
Time for a change of pace.
I don't know why I slowed down there.
Here goes.
Dare I say it, this is probably one of my favorite boss fights in a Sonic game ever, and probably one of my favorite boss fights of all time. This version of him, not the Unleashed version. He's easy to figure out, but you still gotta be on top of your game. Because he can kick your ass if you're not careful.
Parallel attack. Not bad. Time for a change of pace.
Regular side
Oh.
won't work. Use the X button to go faster and catch up.
That part is very difficult.
It switches between attacking with its body and tail. Use boost to
And you gotta, if you die, you have to do it all over again. Thankfully, this boss fight is fun, even if he is difficult. I've never seen him do that before.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
wall jump to get out of the way.
Come on, come on. Oh.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
A button, come on. This A button. It's not even the A button. I was having issues with the B button being received. It's not my controller. I swear to God, it's not my controller. I can feel the button press. It's not going soft. It also would have only been affecting one button. It wouldn't have happened to the B button. Because it was happening a few times, too. This wasn't an issue in the 360 version either, so I have no idea if it's... I'm guessing it's just the PC version of this game that's having this issue. I know, it just randomly does it. Like, sometimes it'll be perfectly fine. It's not even an animation frame that does that. So, I don't know what the issue is. But, like, I swear to God, I'm pressing the A button sometimes, and it just doesn't register. And a few times that happened with the B button when I was trying to do the ground pound. Like, Sonic just wouldn't do it. So, the PC version is, I wouldn't actually... If you mean to stream it, I would, and you have a capture card, at this point, because I seriously think it is the game that's causing this issue. It's not my controller. It can't be. I've never had this problem with another game before with this controller. It's got to be a port because the graphic configuration well, it's a little more in depth than like 2 Sonic Adventures were, but it's still not that good. And like, I'm using an Xbox One controller, but every game that I've played registers the Xbox One controller as a 360 controller because there's literally no difference between the two, except this is for an Xbox One. But there's literally no difference. In fact, the button presses are supposed to be a little more... They're supposed to actually register better on an Xbox One controller than a 360 controller. But even if that were the case, it should still be just fine on a 360 controller were I to play this. So I'm thinking, because I didn't have this issue on the 360 version... Here, I'll even prove it too. I'll show you my 360 version of Generations. Yeah, here it is, right here. I have the 360 version of Generations. I played through all of it, except I never did the final boss. Actually playable in 3D, I didn't know that. I have never had this issue with the button presses not registering correctly. And it's not the, like, these work fine, too. Like, the analog, sticks, I've had no problems with them, it's just the button presses. So I would say, if you can find the 360 version and you have a capture card and you mean to stream this game, do that rather than buy the PC version. Because I haven't tried mouse and keyboard, so I don't know if that has the same issue, but this is really not a game that's meant to be played with a mouse and keyboard. This game was designed with a controller in mind. So the fact that I'm having this issue, that's actually a downer for this version. And when I review this, I'm going to mention that.
It switches between attacking with its body and tail. Use boost to close in and attack its core.
Time for a change of pace.
The X button wasn't registering there either. All of them are having issues.
Time for a change of pace.
Attack its belly.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
Wall jump to get out of the way.
Not bad. Here goes. Time for a change of pace. Not bad. Not bad.
Thank you, Eggman. You just made me miss that opportunity.
It switches between attacking with its body and tail. Use boost to close
I said I like this boss. I'm starting to eat my own words.
Attack its head.
It's not the boss's fault. I'm getting frustrated. Not just because with the I'm doing so bad on the fight, but because the controls are working against me. And it's this bad port. Because I never had this issue in the 360 version.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
Wall jump to get out of the way.
Not bad. Here goes. Time for a change of pace. Not bad. Not bad.
My god, really? I missed every single one of those ramps. You know what? Give me a second. Because it calls for this. I'm just hoping this doesn't crash OBS again. Agent Smith puts it in words that I never could. Well, I could, but it's funnier this way.
just need to break its body. We're almost there.
Here goes.
I don't think I can hit him in this version either.
Prepare to be skewered. Parallel attack. Not bad.
There we go.
For a change of pace.
Regular skydiving won't work. Use the X button to go faster and catch up.
Take that. Take that.
It's switching between attacking with its body and tail.
That last part, Jesus Christ!
Time for a change of pace.
Attack its head.
Not bad.
I wish it would just start you on that part, but it doesn't.
Time for a change of pace.
Attack its belly.
Here goes.
I'm gonna beat this, even if it takes the rest of the stream.
Wall jump to get out of the way.
Here goes. Time.
This fucking A button. These fucking button presses. They register at the worst. They don't register at the absolute worst possible time. And I don't know why. And it's really starting to piss me off.
For a change of pace. Not bad.
I mean, I'll admit to it if it's me that's causing us problems. I do it all the time. But it's not me. I'm pressing the goddamn button when I'm supposed to. That was all me that time. You know what? Oops. Start over. Let's do this again from the beginning.
It's switching between attacking with its body and tail. Use boost to close in and attack its core.
Time for a change of pace.
Attack its head.
Time for a change of pace.
Attack its belly.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace.
Wall jump to get out of the way.
Here goes. Time for a change of pace. Not bad.
See, that time it was me. At least get up here this time. I'm starting to get a headache from this. Please, for the love of God, A button, just fucking receive the signal when I press the goddamn button like I'm supposed to. Can you please just do that for me?
Here goes! Prepare to be skewered! Separation attack! Not bad! Time for a change of pace!
Regular skydiving won't work. Use the X button to go faster and catch up.
Take that! Not bad!
Oh my god. I actually have to do more than one hit? Oh.
Prepare to be skewered!
I didn't know that there was another part here. Ow! Maybe I didn't hit him enough?
Here goes!
That's actually interesting. I thought that was the actual end part of the boss. I guess I don't remember him as well as I did. Please work with me. Please, A button, work with me.
Here goes!
It's not even just the A button, it's just the one that I use the most.
Prepare to be skewered! Parallel attack! Not bad! Time for a change of pace!
Yeah, when he does that, that's how I can avoid it best.
Take that! Take that!
There we go. Finally! Hello, CC. You better give me a fucking S rank after the headache you put me through. A fucking button's not responding like they should.
I can't believe this! I was supposed to beat you this time!
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't get that memo. I beat you every time. No, seriously. We beat this guy every time. It's like it's our job or something.
What's Eggman even doing here? I thought you said he'd been kidnapped by that big weird thing that sent us all to this place.
Is there actual stages? I thought it was just another boss fight after this. Got all the Chaos Emeralds. These gears are broken if you... Oh, okay. Tower may be able to repair it. There is no music here. This is actually a little bit eerie. Seriously not going to wait this whole time, am I? Oh, there we go, it's moving faster. Yeah, that was me a couple of days ago. Sorry to hear that, CC. Headaches are never a good thing, obviously. I almost got a headache because the friggin', A button, or any of the buttons, hold on. I'm gonna take that off. I'm no longer frustrated since I beat that. "23 out of 45, 27 out of 45. Oh wait, what am I doing? Yeah, so you do have to do all the rival battles or actually access the ending. Now, I've never actually beaten Time Eater, so this is going to be interesting. And it wasn't because I never even fought him when I played the 360 version, because there were other games coming out at around that time. That's the usual excuse for when I don't finish games. You can actually change music on this one, too.
Okay, whatever you are, if you want to avoid an embarrassing beatdown, you better give up now.
You're not in a position to demand anything, you nasty little pincushion.
Eggman! But how?
He had a little help.
Dr. Robotnik!
Nobody calls me that anymore. If you would be so kind as to explain, gentleman genius Dr. Eggman from the future. It will be my pleasure, most excellent and efficacious Dr. Eggman of the past.
I do like the fact that they recognize that he changed his name himself.
The primordial form of this unique creation, which I discovered had amazing abilities even I have never been able to master. It could erase time and space. I then had the brilliant idea to use my discovery to undo my previous defeats. In order to perfect it, I needed the help of somebody as smart as I am. The only person that smart is me. Oh, you are too kind, my dear future self. And I was happy to help. I captured your friends, flinging them through time to bait my traps.
But the more your monster tears through time, the more damage you do to the world.
The world? I'm going to own the world when I'm finished with Sonic! Oh, will I really get that crazy? We'll see who's crazy after I destroy both Sonics. Forever. You mean after we destroy them? Less arguing, more destroying.
Destroy me? You and what mustache? I beat you all the time by myself, and now there's two of me.
Then I'll have twice as much fun defeating you.
Keep moving!
Move all you want. I'm still going to stump you into a blue jelly. That was just to soften you up. Now it's time to meet your doom.
Do it, Sonic!
Come on, Sonic! Smack him!
Not you!
You've got this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic.
Shadow sounds so weird now.
They are insignificant.
He also sounds weird when he's positive.
Focus your spirit.
We're with you guys. I believe in you, Sonic. Don't
A lot of
give
people
in,
really
Sonic.
hate that
I
beat.
know you can do this, Sonic.
You can win, Sonic. You always do.
But the power of friendship.
Time to scramble some Eggman, Super Sonic style.
It doesn't help me very much in this instance, I'll watch out.
Sonic, can you hear me? I worked with me. Modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions,
It'll take more than that.
hear us. We're gonna help
To
too.
defeat us.
Let's take on the enemy together.
How about this?
That's a home shot. Careful, Sonic! Switch and go after it!
It's attacking.
Look out, Sonic! It's a warping armor!
Now! Finishing!
Just use classic Sonic to get closer to him.
How about this?
Looks like a homing shot. Please be careful, Mr. Sonic.
Switch and go after it!
It'll take more than that. To defeat
That
us.
looks like a homing shot. Careful, Sonic.
I actually don't know exactly what I'm doing.
Now you finish it.
That's a homing shot.
Be careful, Sonic. Charge into the core.
Is something the matter?
It's supposed to get close to him. There we go. What the hell did I do? Did I actually hit him, or did he avoid me? I have a little too... I don't even think that I hit him. Let's start this from the beginning.
Sonic, can you hear me? I worked with me to modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions, you should still be able to hear us. We're gonna help you!
We'll win this one together.
Keep dodging or you'll be crushed.
Okay, you know what? They don't help me at all on how to actually hit him. And I have no clue. Like, I have zero understanding of whether or not I'm actually hitting him when that green shows up. So I'm going to cheat a little. Admittedly, I am a little frustrated, so I don't really feel like finding this out on my own. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing this right, because the game does a horrible job telling you what to do on this fight. It tells you basically nothing. And it doesn't even tell you about whether or not your shots are registering. Okay, this is a... That's great. This is a really, really bad walkthrough that I just found. Let's try the PS3 one. Time Eater. Oh my god, its table of contents. It's awful. This is probably the easiest boss in the game. Wow. Don't I feel like a fucking asshole. Just boost at him, dodge the debris, his arm attacks, and his homing shots. You may want to turn down the sound. The music is cool and all, but geez. When you get close, just boost up to dodge his slap attack and keep boosting to damage him. Repeat 3 times, then hold L1 and R1 to finish him. So... you can use the jump button to fire the other Sonic, but it doesn't slow down the other Time Eater at all. It just destroys debris. You can hit him in 2D mode, but it's extremely difficult. Just use the 2D time to pick up more rings. Alright, so if I'm getting low on rings, switch to 2D. That looks like a homing shot, just avoid it, it's not dangerous. Debris, not an attack, but annoying. Either avoid it or fire the other Sonic into it. Fire a laser, switch dimensions, or dodge it. Fire his arms at you. If you're boosting, it shouldn't hit you. Fire a huge fireball at you. This is scripted, so when you see this, it's basically over. And that's it. Okay, so you don't actually hit anything other than boost to actually hit him. That's what was confusing me. I had no idea whether or not I actually had to hit the A button or not to hit him. Because it seemed like I wasn't doing anything. So let's start this over.
Sonic, can you hear me? I worked with me to modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions, you should still be able to hear us.
We're gonna help too.
Mr. X together!
Is something the matter?
Homing shot!
Careful, Sonic! Switch. Go after it. It's attacking!
Sonic, watch out! It's like that arm comes out of nowhere!
Okay, where are the rings? I need more rings.
Careful, Sonic.
Please give me some rings.
Switch and go after it!
You're giving me no rings.
Sonic, still be able to hear us.
No, it's actually very easy. But for some reason, he's just not cooperating at all. And I'm being really fucking stupid on this fight. Like, really, really stupid.
Can you hear me? I worked with me to modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions,
It'll
you should
take
still
more
be
than that.
able to hear us. We'll help you out from
defeat
here.
us.
We're all gonna teach it a lesson.
Is something the
The
matter?
homing shot.
Watch it, Sonic! Switch and go after it!
It's attacking.
Look out!
Yeah, like, see, this is what I don't understand. I was really close to it. And the green targeting thing never showed up. And now all that ground that that gap that I closed, just like instantly reset. So what am I doing wrong? Was the game facts lying to me? Do I actually have to switch when they tell me? I honestly don't understand. The game facts said that this fight is actually the easiest in the game. But not only is the game not helping me with how I'm supposed to approach this, honestly, the game facts wasn't very helpful either.
Looks like a working architect.
More than that. To defeat us. Is something the matter?
I'll track you. Be careful, Sonic.
Switch and go after it.
Is something the
It's
matter?
like a homing shot. Be careful, Sonic. Keep dodging or else you'll get crushed.
Yeah, like, see, I don't get that. The game facts never even explain that part. He, like, smashes his hands and he pushed me out of the way, so I know I didn't hit him. Like, I honestly don't understand how I'm supposed to hit him, because he does that slap thing and I can't dodge in time. I'm gonna take this from the top again.
Sonic, can you hear me? I worked with me to modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions, you should still be able to hear us.
We're gonna help
Is
you!
something the matter?
Win this one together.
There we go.
No time to relax.
How about this?
Like that shot, Jason! Be careful, Sonic!
It'll take more than that. To defeat
That
us.
looks like a homing shot! Careful, Sonic!
Now we'll
This I don't understand either.
Homing shot! Be careful, Sonic!
Look out!
When the rings come up, it's like I can't even get to them.
Is something the matter?
Sonic, switch with the Y button!
Shut the fuck up!
How about
That's a homing shot. Careful, Sonic.
is something the matter? Now we'll finish it.
Looks like a homing shot.
Please be careful,
It'll
Mr.
take more
Sonic!
than that. To defeat us.
You'll be immobilized if it catches you.
Where the fuck are all the rings? I've seen none. I see no rings appearing at all. How am I supposed to keep my rings high?
How about
There we go. Jesus Christ.
Homing shot. Be careful, Sonic.
That barely did anything either.
Is something the
Like, okay, here. When you switch between the two, you actually go on a different track. But the rings are so hard to see, I can't tell when I'm supposed to switch. The only thing that I can think of is that when they tell you to switch is when the rings appear on the other side. That's the only thing that I think is trying to clue me in.
It's like a homing shot. Careful, Sonic.
now we'll finish
It
it.
looks like a homing shot! Be careful, Sonic!
It'll take more than that. Should have been
That looks like a homing shot! Careful, Sonic!
now we'll finish it.
Sonic, you can switch with the Y button. Switch and go after it.
Now we'll
It's also really, really floaty. Now they're suddenly giving me a whole bunch of rings to go after.
Is something the matter? Now we'll finish
That
it.
looks like a homing shot!
Be careful, Sonic.
Now we'll
The controls in this fight are so floaty. Like, it's like actually it's physically hurting my head because I just want Sonic to turn like left or right when I need him to. But but what you have to do is if you're floating to the left, you actually have to stop that motion. Like if you're moving too far to the left, you actually don't go immediately to the right away. If you want to go right, you actually have to decelerate from that direction and move over to the right. So you can easily miss those rings. So I'm gonna take this from the top again. Because
Hear me? I worked with me to modify these transceivers.
like, you know what? If I don't get this done in the next half hour, I'm just gonna like call it and call this a failed run. Because you know what? I can't deal with this. I can't deal with the fact that the controls in this fight are so goddamn floaty. Not to mention that the controls themselves are still messing with me. Button presses are still not registering like they should at times. Hello, Sprafe. Like, I was originally going to give this game a recommended with an asterisk and say, go with the 360 version. I'm actually tempted when I review this game to go with a not recommended, not just for... Like, I like this game. Everything about this game early on, not this version, but just this game in general, is great. This fight is awful. It is really goddamn frustrating that you can't go to the rings like you're supposed to, because if you're going in a certain direction, in order to go into the opposite direction right away, you're actually decelerating from that direction, and I understand what they were going with, because it has to feel like space. You're decelerating from the direction that you're going in order to accelerate in the other direction. But it takes so long to do that, you can easily miss the rings, and I understand that they're trying to make it challenging, but at the same time, it just hurts your head because you want to go in that direction, and you can miss it so easily. You can miss it so easily.
Even though we're in different dimensions,
It'll take more than that.
to hear us. We'll help you out over here. We're all gonna teach you.
I don't even know how he managed to hit me. I'll take this from the top again. You know what? Quit stage. Let's do it over. Did they really have to place rings there? Really? There were rings on, like, the bottom left center of the screen that are impossible to get. I guess they're randomly generated because it's impossible to get those.
Looks like a homing shot. Be careful, Sonic! Looks like a homing shot. Please be careful, Mr.
It'll
Sonic!
take more than that.
Looks like a homing shot.
Be careful, Sonic! Sonic, watch out! It's a working arm attack!
See that? I was pressing down the whole time. I wasn't even boosting. That entire time when I switched, this was all the way down. He kept going up for most of that time. I know this is space, but in a game where two insane psychopaths are killing you with a machine, trying to kill you with a machine that destroys time and space, you don't exactly have to go for realism. This is not challenge. This is goddamn frustration. It's very easy to understand what you're supposed to do. Well, scratch that. To a point, it's easy what you have to do. They tell you have to go after the core. They don't tell you that you just charge into it. This game is awesome. The challenges are great. Some of them can be frustrating. The boss fights, the rival battles, all of them are fun. They even have hard modes for all of them. Which, in the 360 version, I tried a few, and they're really good. They're not much harder than the normal versions, but they give you a bit of a more challenge. I didn't fight this boss in the 360 version. Combined with the problems that I have with the buttons being received in this version, on top of this fight, I would still recommend it for the rest of the game. But at this point, I would recommend not even bothering finishing the game. Just watch the ending cutscenes on YouTube. Because this fight is not worth it. Not even remotely.
Switch and go after it. How about...
Like, this is another thing, too. I'm running low on rings again. They're not giving me any rings whatsoever. They haven't for a little while. Like, how are you supposed to recover from this? If you miss even one of those packs. Like, even Sonic 3, like, I beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles with Super Sonic. And that fight was really, really hard. But they give you plenty of rings. They keep appearing. So the only reason why you would run out is if you get hit too many times and you keep missing these packets. At this fight, they don't do that. After a while, they'll just stop giving you them for a little while. And you're fucked. You miss one pack, you're fucked. That is really bad game design right there.
Shot. Watch it, Sonic! Is something the matter?
Look at that. Look how hard those rings proceed.
Now you'll... Finish it! It looks like a homing shot!
Careful, Sonic!
Is something the matter?
You won't be able to move.
Here's just something else, too. When I switched to Classic Sonic there, I couldn't move at all. For like a good 4 seconds, and I don't know why.
It gets you.
How about...
That looks like a homing shot.
Careful, Sonic! Now you'll... Finish it!
That looks like a homing shot.
Watch it, Sonic! Is something the matter? Shot.
Careful, Sonic.
Switch and go after it!
That sound is really, really annoying.
Now we'll...
Looks like a homing shot.
Mr. Sun, you can switch with the Y button.
Is something the matter?
Switch and go after it. That looks like a homing shot.
Careful, Sonic.
There are no rings. There's no more rings. I wish, Sprave. How did people finish this? I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't fight this boss in the 360 version. I would have broken a controller over this. Please tell me there's cheats. I don't care anymore. There are no cheats. The only cheats that you get are through actually playing the game. People did finish this. There's speedruns on YouTube. There's playthroughs. I just don't know how they did it. I don't know how you can do it when there's no... They don't give you rings for, like, a really odd amount of time. You can't see them half the time when they appear on, like, the other side. And that GameFAQs walkthrough was bullshit. Because it says, oh, only switch to Classic Sonic when you need to collect rings. But they don't appear most of the time. I don't even know if I lose a life doing this or not.
Sonic, can you hear me? I worked with me.
Controls, please. Please.
Modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions,
It'll take more than that.
to hear us.
This one looks
Gonna be hot.
We're gonna win this one together.
That looks like a homing shot. Be careful, Sonic. Switch and pursue.
It's attacking. Look out, Sonic. It's a working architect.
Is something the matter?
Mr. Sonic, you can switch with the Y button.
Now we'll... finish it!
Looks like a homing shot. Careful, Sonic. Switch and go after it.
Okay, you know what? I figured it out. That walkthrough lied to me. It says you only have to switch to Classic when you collect rings. That's actually false. I just figured out. You don't gain ground unless you're on the plane that he is on. That's why he seems so far away when I'm Honor Sonic sometimes. Because he's in the classic he's in that classic portal. Which means I have to switch to that in order to gain any ground. That's the problem I was having, and that GameFAQs walkthrough lied to me.
How about... Now we'll...
Okay. I have to restart because I'm gonna lose. I'm going to lose because... Yeah.
Sonic, can you hear me? I worked with me to modify these transceivers. Even though we're in different dimensions, you should still be able to hear us.
We're gonna help too!
Let's take on the enemy together!
It'll take more than that to defeat us.
Looks like a homing shot.
Careful, Sonic!
Still looks dangerous.
It'll take more than that to defeat us.
Like a homing shot! Careful, Sonic!
Switch up pursuit.
That looks like a homing shot.
It'll take more than that
Gee, do you think?
to defeat us.
Like that shot chases you. Please be
Now
careful,
we'll-
Mr. Sonic.
Finish
That
it.
looks like a homing shot. Be
That looks like a homing shot.
Sonic, watch out!
It's a warp
It's you. That's what you sound like.
switch and go after it!
It'll take more than that to defeat us.
Careful, Sonic!
Can Shadow just be the one to speak because he has the least annoying voice?
Keep dodging or you'll be crushed.
Are you fucking with me? They're not giving me any more rings either. There they go.
How about this?
Looks like a homing shot!
Be careful, Sonic.
Is something the matter?
Really smelling some power here.
They didn't tell me to switch that time either.
Time's gonna slow down!
What the hell?
Restore.
Watch out for the laser! It looks like a homing shot. Careful, Sonic.
Looks like a homing shot. Gee, do you think I don't know how it looks by now?
The time flow will go back to normal. It's attacking. Look out, Sonic. It's got that arm.
What the hell?
Sonic, you can switch with the Y button!
I don't even know what plane he's on because he's so far away.
You won't be able to move if it gets you!
It'll take more than that.
You see this? I think I glitched this fight out. It's supposed to go to the side when I'm Classic Sonic, and it's like this.
To defeat
Looks
us.
like a homing shot.
Careful, Sonic!
Is something the matter?
Shot!
Guess I have plenty of rings now.
Is something the
Like a
matter?
homing shot! Watch it, Sonic!
Now we'll finish it.
That looks like a homing shot. Be careful, Sonic.
Now we'll finish it.
Can't avoid that. They don't tell you in time.
Keep dodging or you'll be crushed.
The fuck?
Look out, Sonic!
It's a warping avatar!
More than that! To defeat us!
Time energy is building up. The flow of time will slow down.
I don't even understand how to avoid that.
The time flow will be
Seems like it happens anyway.
It's attacking!
Look out, Sonic! It's a
Son, listen to the Y button.
Is something the matter?
Switch and go after it! What's that? Get out of the way, Mr. Sonic! It's a warping avatar!
Finish it!
Looks like time energy is building up.
Time's going to slow down!
The time flow will be restored.
It's attacking!
We can't even avoid that, so I don't even know why.
It'll take more than that! To defeat us!
Looks like you're gonna get stuck if it gets you!
So how exactly am I supposed to avoid that without getting hit? They tell me to avoid it, I avoid it, and he still moves up like that. So how am I actually supposed to approach this jackass? I could use some help.
Looks like a homing shot.
Be careful, Sonic.
That looks like a homing shot.
No shit, Sherlock. That looks like a homing shot.
Is something the matter?
Switch and go after it!
Is something the matter?
Looks like time energy is building up.
Time's going to slow down!
You can't avoid that at all.
Time's going to return to normal. Watch out for the laser.
That's bullshit, by the way.
Now we'll
I couldn't avoid that.
finish it!
Looks like a homing shot. Be careful, Sonic.
To defeat us!
Get caught by that, you'll be stuck.
Is something the
Looks like
matter?
a homing shot.
Careful, Sonic!
Now we'll finish it!
That looks like a homing shot. Be careful,
It'll
Sonic.
take more than that! To defeat us!
Looks like a homing shot! Careful, Sonic!
Is something the
Like
matter?
that shot chases you. Careful, Sonic.
What the fuck happened there? Did the whole fight just reset? I actually remember in the walkthrough, just press that and you beat the boss. I pressed it, the game skipped, and then the music just restarted.
Looks like a homing shot.
Be careful, Sonic.
Is something the
That shot
matter?
will track him.
Please be careful, Mr. Sonic.
We'll end it!
Sonic, press left bumper and right bumper at the same time to combine your powers.
Okay, so you have to hold it. That fight was bullshit. It nearly killed the game for me. Nearly killed the whole goddamn game for me. Egg Dragoon. The problems that I was having with that fight were my own. Well, besides the buttons not registering properly, like this whole game has been plagued with, this is PC version. At least, I've seen the ending before. At least this is worth it. I do like the ending.
I'll admit, you weren't half bad, Sonic.
Half bad? Are you
And Knuckles didn't take steroids.
Great. He collects how many? Wow, where does somebody put all those gold rings? You
Up
know
my
what?
ass. That's how what every video
I keep
game character
forgetting to
does.
ask.
It was great teaming up with you. Hope you learned a few tricks that'll help you out in the future. I mean, the past. You know what I mean. Dude, sweet! And you're only gonna get better!
There's our ride.
Hey, Sonic! Enjoy your future! It's gonna be great!
Interesting that Knuckles' past self is not part of that at all. Only past Sonic and past Tails. That makes me think that that was Sonic 2, Sonic and Tails. Like, Time Eater aside, this game is great. Any person who's a fan of Sonic will love this game. Time Eater is the only downside to this entire game. The challenges are great, some of them are frustrating, but they're not bad, as I've mentioned repeatedly. Music's great, presentation's great, story's minimal, but it works. Graphics are just fine. The PC version, I wish they had some better options for graphic configuration. Controls in this version are awful because the face buttons don't work sometimes. It's only the PC version that affects. The 360 version, I never remember having that problem. Egg Dragoon, I was only having trouble with that fight because of me. The part where you're like doing the dive, the controls are a little floaty there, not nearly as bad as Time Eater. But once you understand that you can avoid those drills that he launches at you pretty easily if you just like speed up at the right moment, then it's actually not that hard. And the only thing you have to worry about are the gates that are closing in. And they might get you if you're on completely the opposite side. Well, for the most part, this game is great. I never did Time Eater on the 360. So I had no idea how bullshit that fight was going to be. The GameFAQs walkthrough lied to me. So that certainly didn't help. The Time Eater fight was also not well explained at all. And it was not obvious what you had to do. On the previous fights, it was obvious what you had to do. Everything was pointed out clearly. Something went wrong with that Time Eater fight. I don't know what they were thinking with that. That is pretty much the only downside to this game in general. Yeah, I know. Now I know why I don't even use that website anymore. Because their walkthroughs suck. They used to be good. I used to use them all the time for some games whenever I would have a lot of issues. But, like, within the past few years, like, every guide I've, like, gone to sucked so bad, they don't help. It's better to go to YouTube videos. You can at least watch what you have to do. So, I will recommend Sonic Generations. I don't recommend this version. This version has problems with the face buttons registering properly if you're using a controller. I don't know if that's the same issue with the mouse and keyboard, because I haven't tried. But this game is not meant to be played with the mouse and keyboard. This game is meant to be played with a controller. I do really like this game, I do. As much as I was complaining about Time Eater, everything else about it is great. And it's the last good Sonic game that we've had so far. I do want to try Sonic Colors when I get a Wii U. I am planning on buying one, but not anytime soon. Probably sometime next year. And I would like to start streaming Wii games. I don't know if I'll stream Nintendo games. I'll stream some of the games that I missed. Oh. Actually, you know what? I would probably have to if I wanted to use it at all. Because Nintendo doesn't have much in terms of third-party support. And they never have, really. But that's way farther ahead. I was going to stream some more of the challenges. I don't think I'm going to do that now. I might, I'll do some of the challenges in my own time. I'll probably do Shovel Knight tomorrow. I've been wanting to play that. I'm also planning on buying Assassin's Creed Syndicate within the first week. Yeah, because Nintendo is taking down practically every video. I've been uploading my Ocarina of Time playthroughs, but I'm not going to re-upload them if Nintendo takes those down. I could get into a whole rant about how Nintendo's making the wrong decision here, taking down all of those videos. It comes off as anti-consumer, that they don't trust the consumer. That too. I think that's Nintendo of Japan more than anything. But they have the final say. Nintendo of America doesn't. It doesn't matter if they were to say, well, you know what, maybe we should embrace this. Nintendo of Japan is very protective of their stuff. And I don't think it's because they're concerned about money so much as the integrity of their property. I think that's pretty much how Disney protects their stuff, and I think that's the same for Nintendo. It's because the way Japan actually works, from what I've heard. like the mentality in Japan about how you handle your property. Probably using those words wrong too, but. But you know, the interesting thing is that, like, yeah, so celebrating his 20th anniversary, that's why this game was even made in the first place. And that's why so much care went into it, except for Time Eater. Yeah, you get this little extra scene afterwards.
Are you sure you saw a door over here? What? You were the one who said you saw a door over here! Well, I know it was one of us. Shut up and keep looking. What time is it? It's the exact same time as when you asked earlier, and it'll be the exact same time when you ask later. There is no time here! Let me just say that this was a brilliant plan that you came up with. Don't get too self-righteous. It'll be your plan pretty soon. I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it. I heard that! Do we ever
Little fourth
win?
wall breaking there.
That depends on your definition of win. Beating Sonic? Oh, well then no. That doesn't give me much hope. Maybe I'll go back and get my teaching degree. That's not a bad idea. I've always enjoyed telling people what to do.
Okay.